session.
You don't like those, so I give you.
I'm just gonna, it's on mine.
All right, so we are now back.
Just pause.
Okay, we're almost back.
It's a handy tool.
Please enter your participant or moderator code followed by the pound key. Please say your name followed by the pound key.
Okay,
Are we all here? Back on the phone, we have Mr. Rivera.
Here.
Thank you, Mr. Rivera.
Here.
Mr. Salt.
Here.
All right, so Mr. Salt will have to leave us in approximately 5 minutes. Hopefully we can get through this by then. So we just concluded an executive session in which we discussed the agenda item, which is 4A, which is AR 2024-265 resolution of the Andrews Assembly approving the municipality's legal brief stating the municipality's position concerning the final proposed district agreement. So there was no action taken within the executive session. There was some brief discussion about potentially small edits to the document that will be considered by the Department of Law. And so now we have a motion relating to the disposition of the tapes that is in order. Mr. Bond?
Okay, I'm gonna give it my best shot. I'm gonna move to release the tapes from executive session when all causes of action have been resolved by final judgment or when further claims arising from the matter are otherwise barred.
So there's a motion to set the terms of the release of the tapes by Mr. Bond. Is there a second?
second.
Second by Ms. Crowley.
It's close. It's not.
Okay, so before we move on to the move and second, Ms. Elton.
We just need to append to that it's as related to the 1991, the Fish and Wildlife Program and the 1991 agreement.
Yes, clerk?
Yeah.
And second, agrees?
Yes.
All right, so we have a motion to release the tapes when all pending litigation and cause of action have been concluded relating to the Fish and Wildlife Agreement of the 1991. Okay, any discussion on the motion? I'd like to ask unanimous consent. Is there any objection to the adoption of the motion? Ms. Bronca,
I just wondered, did we need to say our names again?
I'm asking for unanimous.
I mean, to sign in.
Right. Yeah, I don't think that we do. It's the previous, we could probably, but I think we're
Okay.
fine. Because we're on the previous record, now we're just kind of looking at it. Okay, so I did not hear any objection to the motion to set the release date as moved. So I'm going to say that that item has passed unanimously. Next we have the main motion before us, Mr. Marley.
Move to approve the, or we already moved. Okay. I'd like to move a verbal amendment. So of this resolution, page 1, line 34, under section 1. Right now it reads the legal brief, comma, so inserting the two words substantially as and then continuing on presented in executive session.
Second.
So there's a motion to amend by Ms. Morley to add substantially as seconded by Ms. Zalatel. Is there any discussion to that? Go ahead.
Yeah, just very briefly, so as we discussed in the executive session and the chair mentioned, there were some minor adjustments that might be made that will not change the direction or the statements in the actual legal brief. So this gives the attorneys the ability to make those changes for the final, that will look slightly different than what we saw. Thanks.
Okay, any further discussion on the motion to amend? I'm going to ask unanimous consent. Any objection to adopting the amendment as presented? Hearing no objection, the resolution has been amended. Next, we have the main motion back before us. Is there any discussion on the main motion? Ms. Zalatel?
Thank you. I just want to take this moment to thank our legal team and the municipality's legal team for their swift work. Also the collaboration with the hydropower utility. It's been a really great collaborative effort, and well done. Thanks.
And the water utility, who's also in the room. Anyone else? Hearing and seeing none, then members may proceed to vote now. Clerk, would you call the roll?
Mr. Martinez?
Yes.
Mr. Littlefield?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera?
Yeah.
Chair Constant?
Yes.
Vice Chair Zalatal?
Yes.
Member Bromhead?
Yes.
Mr. Rowland?
Yes.
Mr. Raleigh? Ms. Raleigh?
Yes.
Mr. Schultz?
Yes.
Mr. Perez-Rodilla?
Yeah.
Mr. Myers?
Yes.
The motion passes 11-0.
For a vote of 11-0, AR 2024-265 as amended has passed by. Next, we have audience participation. Anyone from the public wish to be heard? None at all. And for the purposes of our agenda, it is 1 o'clock. We've just run out of time for this meeting. We're on that. We adjourn.